Hey guys, Slysssa here, and we have a huge update coming to Battlegrounds. If you haven't heard, buddies are coming back, and they are coming back today. Let's get into this patch right away and see everything that's going on. First of all, buddies are coming back for this mid-season update. This is just an event. They're not back for good. They're back for the rest of the season, hopefully. We'll just find out. But next thing is heroes now have 30 starting health, and armor tiers are being removed. Instead of a range of armor, each hero will have a set armor from 5 to 20. So this means that starting health is actually kind of like 35, right? If they're all having a set amount from 5 to 20. But this is a big update, going from 40 health to 30 and everyone having the set armor. So some people are starting with 50, some people with 35. So this is a big change going on with Battlegrounds. Next up, the starting cost to upgrade from Tavern 4 to Tavern 5 has increased. This was actually something that we've seen in the past, getting from 4 to 5. And that's a big deal because right now, Tier 5 was much more powerful than Tier 4. And so people were leveling to 5 as fast as possible in this meta. And now it's going to be a lot harder to level to 5 this quickly. So yeah, that is a big change for the meta. All right, next up, some buddies have had their minion type adjusted to match the minion type updates since buddies were last in the tavern. Just, keeping up with the meta. That makes sense. But let's check out what we need to see. We kind of discussed this earlier in a different YouTube video that buddies are coming back, but we no longer have a buddy meter. We now have a buddy button, and it costs a certain amount of gold, and that gold will reduce based on if you won or lost every turn. It will reduce by 3 if you won or tied. It will only reduce by 2 if you lost to combat. So you can see that kind of here in this animation. Now that's going to reset after you press the button once and go back to the original gold. How much is the starting gold? Well, that depends on the tavern tier of the card of your buddy. The buddies will now be tier 1 through 6. They used to be tier 2 through 4. The comeback, they're now tier 1 through 6. That will make it a bit more flexible in adjusting cards and making the game more balanced. And you can see here the initial cost and the reset cost once you get your first buddy. So again, you can't get a tier 6 minion for a while. It's going to cost 21 gold. You won't have 21 gold. So I wonder if Gallywix will be a tier 6. We'll have to see. But we also have a new hero coming, ETC. This is kind of in line with the standard announcement for the new expansion that was just being announced today. ETC Band Manager is the new hero for Battlegrounds. Hero power is sign a new artist. 4 gold. Discover a buddy. Unlocks a tier 2. What? His hero power is to discover a buddy and then unlocks a tier 2. So, it unlocks a tier 2. Okay, now I was not reading that right. Oh, so you cannot do this while you're on tier 1. You have to be at tier 2 to unlock it. Oh, I did not read that right at all. All right, buddy for ETC is Talent Scout, which is a tier 5 buddy. It is a 4 attack, 4 health, battle cry, make a buddy golden. So one of those buddies that you discover, you can now make it golden with the buddy. So that's kind of cool. There are some hero power updates that goes along with probably some updates to heroes. And maybe just some that were bad or good. So first of all, Shudderwalk. It used to cost... Oh, this is the hero powers change for Shudderwalk. It used to cost 1. Add a 1 with Shudderling to your hand. Now it costs 0. Trigger a friendly minion's battle cry. But it's still banned in beast lobbies. All right, so now when you use Shudderwalk, it will just trigger a friendly minion's battle cry. It's not random. So I think you get to target and you could do this every turn. Okay. Queen Wag Toggle is now a passive battle or hero power. Start of combat. Give 3 friendly minions of different types stats equal to their tavern tiers. Now this happens in combat, so it's not permanent. And it's only 3. I assume it's random. New buddy, Queen Ashara, Imperial Defender. Oh, so all these new buddies we actually have already gone over in another YouTube. You can check that out. We'll leave it in a link below. All right, so the following buddies have been updated, so let's check that out. 7-4, Avenge 3. Minions in Bob's Tavern have 1 attack for the rest of the game. Oh. I don't think this used to be for Bob's Tavern, right? That was your own minions, I believe. For Drekthar. Yeah, I believe it was Warband before. So now it is buffing Bob's Tavern. So that's a big update because then new minions that you put onto your board are going to have that buff. So very good, especially with like Magnetize. Evander Stormpike looks to have the same kind of change where it has now changed to be Avenge 2 minions in Bob's Tavern have 1 health for the rest of the game. So we are now just buffing Bob's Tavern instead of what we have on board. Elise's buddy is now a Tavern tier 2. 3 attack, 3 health, battle cry, reduce the cost of your hero power by 2. This is way different from the previous one, but the previous Elise had a different hero power. So we're now reducing the cost of your hero power by 2. And it's a battle cry, so you're going to play it and you're probably just going to sell it. And then you're going to get 2 more later and they will work with Bran. And this is great because that means you're going to be able to press this hero power more often because at least this hero power gets really expensive. So it's going to reduce it. And I think, I wonder if you could get it back down to 0. And then again, against 0, 1, 2, 3. And then you can get the next one down to 0 again if you have a Bran. That'd be pretty cool. All right, Gale Wing. This one's changed because they've changed the flight paths, I believe. And now your flight paths triggered twice. Pretty sure that's the same. Maybe they changed the tier or the size? I don't know. But I think that was the same as before. Elder Tagawag is gain 1 gold for each minion type you control. This is very different from what it was prior. Prior, it kind of did this like cycle buffing strategy for Queen Wagtoggle. And it was very, very good. But Queen Wagtoggle's hero power has changed, so they've changed it to say gain 1 gold for each minion type that you control. It's a battle cry, so remember you can sell battle cries and you can use brands with them. Silas has changed. No, Silas was so good before. So I wonder if they've nerfed Silas's buddy Birth. After you discover a minion, give it 4/4 and upgrade this by 1. No! Okay, so prior, the old buddies, it was, it reduced, it gave you gold back. It kind of was like a hogger before, if you can remember. But now it's more like cooking the book kind of thing. You're buffing the minions by 4/4 at first, and then by 5/5, and then 6/6. So it's still kind of cool, but it's not as fun as the 8 p.m. Silas, I feel like. But, you know, we'll see how fun it is. Avrana Starseeker has tier 2 4/4 Sklib. After you buy a minion, your next refresh costs 0. I think maybe before it was after you play a minion. Arfish? It is after a friendly minion is reborn, give it this minion's attack. Interesting. So now Arfish is an undead beast that has the double tag. This is very different from what it was before. So it seems like the goal now is to buff Arfish up a ton. And then when you're starting to get reborns, you're going to be buffing up those reborns. And then you have to keep Arfish protected so that he doesn't die. Trade Prince Gallywix is now a tier 3. It has been reduced from a 4 to a 3, but that makes me think they've probably changed it a ton. 6/3, choose 1. Give a minion 1 attack for each gold you've spent this turn or 1 health. Oh, so prior it was give a minion 1/1 per gold you spent this turn. But now you can only give 1 attack or 1 health. You gotta pick. So, yeah, that's a nerf. That's a nerf. A few buddies had their effects change from Battlecry effects to functionally similar effects so that their gameplay would generally stay the same, but they wouldn't be too powerful with Bran. So yes, this no longer works with Bran. So it was quite a big nerf to this minion, but they did lower the tier of it to a tier 3. Next up, we have the Ticket Collector, which was a really fun buddy prior. But now it says when you sell this, discover a Dark Moon prize from the next prize turn. It was a battle cry before, right? So now this doesn't work with Bran. So this is one of those things where like we don't want Bran to be overpowered with the battle cry buddies. So instead of doing a battle cry thing, it's going to be a sell thing. All right. Kind of makes me sad because battle cry stuff with Bran is fun, but I get it, trying to make things more fair. Yogg! I forgot about Yogg. When you sell this, spin Yogg's wheel. Yep, so that's... they don't want people using battle cries. Cariel? Choose one. Conviction gives an additional 2 attack for the rest of the game or 2 health. Oh, interesting. She was a lot different prior. Prior, she was like buffing stuff on the board, but they've already buffed Cariel once, so I wonder if that's why they had to change her Captain Fairmount. So now you get to decide if your hero power is going to give extra attack for the rest of the game or extra health. And the interesting thing is this is a tier 4, so you can't get it for a while. And so you have time to kind of consider. And then you're going to sell it, right? And then you'll get your 2 next ones, and you can decide, okay, for the 2 next ones, do I want them to be 4 attack and 4 attack? Or sorry, 2 attack and 2 attack? Or do I want them to be 2 health and 2 health, or 2 attack and 2 health? Like, you can kind of be flexible with that, so that's interesting. All right, Maleficent Manastorm's Squirrel Bomb is tier 4. Death Rattle. Deal 2 damage to a random enemy minion for each of your mechs that died this combat. That looks the same to me, except for maybe it's less damage. Yeah, I think it's less damage. Like it used to be 4 and 8, and now it's 2 and 4. Yeah, I think only the damage changed there. All right, Master Nguyen Le Flamepaw is now that Power of the Storm offers 3 options instead of 2. Offers 4 instead of 2. This looks the same to me. My thought is maybe they changed the Tavern tier because it used to be a tier 2. Now it's a tier 1, and we've never seen a tier 1 buddy before. So I think that's the big change here. So you can get this on early, which is great because when buddies came out, Master Nguyen wasn't very good because the buddy was so bad. So it looks like now you can get that buddy early and really get online with that early. Oh, same with Hook Tusk. Hook Tusk was really bad during buddy meta, but they made her Trash or Treasure option. The buddy is a tier 1 instead of a tier 2, really making it get online a bit earlier. All right, new minions. So there are some new minions coming to Battlegrounds. That's the end of the buddies. Let's go talk about the new minions. There is a tier 2. 2/4. Battle Cry. Reduce the cost of your next buddy by 2. Oh, how cool. So Battle Cry, reduce the cost of your next buddy by 2. So this is going to help you get to your buddy sooner since now the buddy is not on a meter. It is now on a button. So that's cool. Leeching Fellhound is a 3/3. This costs health instead of gold to buy. Oh, interesting. So it's a 3/3, but it's going to cost you 3 health. And then you'll have a 3/3 on board early. Pretty cool. Yeah, it has synergy with Kathy. Yeah. Fireworks Fanatic is a tier 4. Whenever you get a minion you already have, give your minions 1/1. Oh. And the dev comment says, this effect triggers whenever a minion is added to your hand through any means. When you already have a minion of the same name either in play or in your hand. So that's pretty cool. Dr. Boombox. Oh, Dr. Boombox is a tier 4 7/1 mech with Death Rattle. Deals 7 damage to the 2 nearest enemy minions. So it's going to be like directly across kind of thing. Sounds like. Slysssa is a tier 4 1/3. So small. Death Rattle summon another random beast, set its stats to 7/7. Ooh. cool. Golden was set stats of 14-14. Gem Smuggler is a tier 4 Quillbore. 3 attack, 4 health. Battle Cry, play a blood gem on all of your other Quillbore. Bone Mare! Oh my gosh, remember this was in standard and arena people cried. Arena people were like, Bone Mare, delete it. Undead Beast, give a friendly minion 4/4 and taunt. So it doesn't have to be any particular type, right? Give a friendly minion. It doesn't need to be a beast or undead. But it gives a friendly minion 4/4 and taunt. All right, minion update. Shell Collector is now 2/1 instead of a 3/1. Battlemaster gains 2 health for each health your hero's missing. Oh, but this changes to compensate for the decrease in hero's maximum base health. Okay, so now that we're starting with 30 health, they have updated Battlemaster. That makes sense. Terragosa has been moved from a tier 3 to a tier 4. And we knew they were going to remove minions, right? Because they've added in so many minions. So they are removing Rendell the Mr. Mime, Kaboombot, Kaboombot, Savannah Highmane, and Houndmaster. Here's everyone's armor. You guys can check that out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you were most excited about for this upcoming patch. All right, now I have to go get my baby.
What does that mean?
Size matters, so people can check out what size they are by typing the command size. See if they're chonkers or dinkers or average or growers or showers. Chonkers, dinkers, average, growers.